Hello everyone and welcome back to Butterfly Dreams Crochet. It's me, in the flesh, Jeannie. I know I've been missing in action off of YouTube. I know some of y'all that follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, and y'all see I've been posting stuff on there. I just have not had the time to do videos. Sometimes we have things to occur that we have no control over, and those things become priority over what we think, what we consider priority, which is our hook and yarn, right? I know I do. But I'm back, y'all. And as you can see, I'm not in my crochet corner. It's going to be transformed tomorrow. I've got a long day ahead of me tomorrow evening, so I won't be doing any recording tomorrow. But I am going to plan on making a couple of videos tonight and getting them uploaded. I want this one to come out first. But I have missed y'all. But I have been watching y'all's videos, either at work or while I'm crocheting. I put my earbuds in and sit there and listen to y'all and stuff like that. So I have still been supporting y'all 100%. I have not forgot about none of y'all. And with that being said, I want to thank all of my friends who have came over and joined my channel. Whether you've been with me from the beginning, you're returning, or you are new. Thank y'all so very much. And I would like to do a very special thank you to those who emailed me checking on me to make sure that I was okay. And I'm fine. It's just some things take priority over others, and I had to make a decision, and it was a hard decision, but one that I had to make. But I'm back now, and I'll be doing my videos. So, with that being said, I did, throughout that time, get me a mannequin. I've had it for about 2-3 weeks now. I have not named her. She's been in my living room because my corner is in a disarray, and I've looked at her every day and nothing comes to my mind. So if y'all want to help me pick out a name for her, leave me a comment down below and let me know what y'all think I should name her. Now, the beautiful thing that she's wearing is the Just Feel Festive shawl by Carlisha Ryan with the Quirky Monday podcast. And that was the Just Feel Festival shawl that I made during Z with Zelda and RJ3's birthday crochet along. And I used it, what I used was the mandala and the colorway Groot. And this is a lightweight number 3, 100% acrylic, but it is some wonderful yarn, has an awesome drape, easy to crochet with, crochets wonderful, and I really like it. And I used 2 and a little more cakes to make that one, and it's 590 yards of cake. So that's one finished object. And I know y'all thinking, well, Z's birthday was a while ago. Yeah, it was. And I went to my son's baby shower, and my sister asked me could I make her grandson some hats, and I'm missing one, and I don't know where it's at because I brought it up here with me, and I don't see it. But anyway, this is the I Love This Yarn by Hobby Lobby in the green camo, and I used the single crochet ribbon around the brim, and that is the hag stitch, and it's a bottom up hat, and I made 2 just like this one in the same colorway, but I only have one. It might have failed. Then this is the I Love This Yarn Chunky. I cannot exactly remember the color of this, but I want to say it's a gray heather. But that's the hag stitch as well. But you can see using a solid color, it kind of loses the stitch definition in it. But it is the hag stitch. So I got those made. I'm working on some more for them. Then I'm going to get them in the mail. This that you see behind me is a blanket that I'm making for my sister. And the yarn that I'm using with it is the Burnet Velvet Stripes by Yarnspiration. I got this at Michael's. It has a $3.97 sticker on it. But I've learned at Michael's to scan it, because what the price says, it may not always be that price. And when I scanned these, it said 80 cents. They had 4. And I wasn't leaving it on the shelf. It was coming home with me. Even though this is not one of my first choices of yarn, because it's 100% polyester. And they classify it as a bulky 5, and it has 315 yards. I took it with me when I went to my baby son's baby shower, and I finished off the 3rd cake. And I'm like, I got a 4th one. I'll finish it when I get back home, and I'll mail it to you, Dawn. That's my sister. She said, okay, that'll work. Kind of long and everything now, but she wanted it a little bit longer. So I couldn't find the yarn. I'm like, I know I have another cake because they only had 4. Well, I finally found it. So that will be finished, and I will get that in the mail to her. Excuse me. Then I wanted something that I could display all of my stitch markers on. And this is not all of them. Once I do my transformation, it will be more added to it, because some of them, they're in little containers. And because it's so much stuff done accumulated in there, honestly, I can't get to them. So I crocheted this. I said, I got a wood dowel, I got some crochet yarn, I can crochet this, and I can hang all of my stitch markers on it. I have my hooker pin that I got from Amber with Ooh Ah Crochet, and she is the maker of these. These came from Christy Cook with Tea Doddles. These turtles also came from Amber with Ooh Ah Crochet. These are from Rose with Rose Likes Crochet. This little monkey and the Mickey Mouse key is some stitch markers I received from Derek the Knitwit Strong when we did a yarn swap. This is Crochet Society. And the other ones are some that I made just dealing around with it, but stitch markers are not for me. I'll stick to crochet. I just, dealing with all that little bitty stuff, no, not for me. And this was a knit crepe. It's like a little hank of yarn. Cute. The yarn I used for this was the Premier Just Cotton. And I used it in purple and cloud. Because y'all know purple my favorite color. So I did finish that. And the stitch that I used is called the cable stitch. It's not your normal cable stitch that y'all might think of twisting and going this way and that way. But it is called the cable stitch. And it can be found in the Crochet Stitch Dictionary by Sarah Hazel. And I am going to do a tutorial on how to do that stitch. So this is the yarn that I used for it. Next, and something y'all don't know about me, I also do some Tunisian crochet. I'm not an expert. I'm not a intermediate. I'm still a beginner, but I can do it. And I have some Tunisian hooks that I got from eBay, the long wood ones. I had the metal ones. I think they were from Boy. I used them for a little while, and I'm like, this is not for me. Then I said, well, maybe it's the hooks that I'm using. So I got me a set of the clover, interchangeable, with the cords and the clover hooks. Love them, and right, the hooks make the world of difference. And I can actually Tunisian crochet when my trigger finger is acting up and don't want to cooperate with me crocheting. But I have to do something with yarn every day. I just have to. It's my therapy, and it's just something that I love doing because I feel that it puts me back in connection with my grandmother who taught me how. And this is a washcloth that I did. And it's just a simple Tunisian stitch. And I did a single crochet border around it. Of course, Tunisian will curl up on you, and you got to block it. But I haven't blocked this or anything, but didn't follow a pattern or nothing. And I just kind of created my own little stripes in it. They do match, but I like the way it turned out, and I love the texture of it. Also on the back, perfect for a washcloth. So I will be making more of those. Next up, I said Christmas is coming up. I'm back there in that room, and y'all have accumulated so much that every time I'd go in there I'd get depressed. Even though it's yarn, I'm not depressed about the yarn. I was depressed because I need a better organization system. So I'd get my stuff and come sit in the living room and crochet. And I said, Christmas is coming up. I have boo-goodles of yarn. I need to crochet some stuff for my grandbabies. So I said I need to make them some blankets because they like to have blankets when they're sitting on the couch watching movies or whatever they do, or, you know, they need a blanket. And I had got some yarn from the Tuesday morning that we got in Montgomery before it went out of business. I went over there because I kept hearing everybody talk about Tuesday morning. I'm like, what is a Tuesday morning? I thought it was something that was just going to be up north. So I Googled it. Found out we had one in Montgomery, so I went. And I ended up getting some of the Burnet Pop by Yarn Inspirations in the colorway Snow Queen. I love this yarn as well. It is so soft, and I love how it works up. This is a 4-weight, and you get 280 yards in a cake. I only had 2 because it was $2 and something, $2.97, I believe. And I'm like, who can leave that behind? I can't. I'm not. And it was only 2, and I seen it in a tote in there. And I said, ooh, I can make a blanket for my grandbabies, a little throw that they can have to cover up with while they're on the couch out of that. And I can add something to it. Well, 2 wasn't enough, so I ended up ordering some more. But I have an idea to what I'm going to make something with the rest of it for them. So I looked at my yarn that I had on my shelf back there, and I said that yellow would be good with it. It's got the lavender, the blue, the mint green, the white, the pink. I said, let me add some yellow to it. And I used the peephole chevron design, and this is what I created. And I did color control this blanket. And the yellow is Premier Basic. And I love Premier Basic. It is a wonderful 100% acrylic yarn, and it's soft. It's easy to work with. It's hands down just a wonderful yarn. Then I was like, well, I want something different than the peephole chevron. I don't want all of them to be the same, because I could hear this one saying, no, Kai, that's my blanket. No, Kendall, that's my blanket. So I wanted to make it as peaceful for their mamas as possibly could be. So I want to make them all different. So I got on the internet, started searching, and I ran across one that Toni Lipsy with Teal Yarn Krause had, which it was also my inspiration for the Tunisian Crochet. And this is a paid for pattern. It's called the Daphne Afghan, and it's worked in 4 triangles put together, and I fell in love with it, and I can't get enough of it. And I have made one. Y'all may have seen it on my Instagram, but let me show it to y'all. Look at this beauty. Now, y'all, she used Lion Brand Mandala Ombre. I used Premier Sweet Roll Frosty in the colorway Slushy. And this has 245 yards, and I used almost 3 cakes of it, but not quite 3. Soft, soft, soft. Love, again, it's Premier. Good yarn. Works up easy. Love how it crochets. Love the softness of it and everything. And the white is Premier Basic. Goes good together, don't it? And their mamas is probably going to be like, why in the world did you make blankets with all that white in there? Well, it is your responsibility to keep it clean. So, because the white looks good with it. I love it, y'all. Love it so much that I'm working on another one. And I only have 1 panel left to do, and I will be done with it. And I'm making the panels. 2 of them will be the same, and the other 2 will be the same. So these 2 are identical. You have turquoise, purple, vibrant green, daffodil, carrot, and fuchsia. And the white is the Premier Just Yarn worsted. And when I ran out of it, guess what I went to? The Premier Basic. That is beautiful. Those are those 2 panels. And what I did was it ended with pink. So I just reversed the colors. And this is done in fuchsia, carrot, daffodil, vibrant green, purple, and turquoise. And again, Premier Basic. Or Just Yarn worsted. And it's 131 yards in each one of these little schemes that I found at my Dollar Tree. That is them. And I did not show y'all, but this is the Premier Just Cotton in the colorway Lake that I used for my Tunisian washcloth. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I have actually crocheted 4 other items. One of them was like a little cardigan. 3 of them were shawls. Nope, one was a pocket shawl that I created, and 2 of them were shawls, but I mailed those off to our cousin for her little girls. So I don't have them to show. And I also made my father a hat while I was down there. I don't have that to show. But I've got a project over there, a project over there, and this to finish. So I've been busy, but I'm back, y'all. Yay! Because I have missed y'all. I really have. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this video and get another one recorded because the next one is a yarn haul. And we all love those because who don't love yarning's goodness? So let me end this one and I will talk to you all here in just a little bit. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Stay crafting, whatever it is that you do. And y'all know that hopefully 2020 will end on a good note for us because it's been one heck of a year. But we've gotten through it and we will continue to get through it. I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night.